You think Charlie will be okay with that?
Hey, he spent years modifying embryos himself. I'm sure he'll be alright.
They're his kids. Might not be. 1000 Flesh Drive. Flesh Drive. In the conduit, 16th floor. Okay, so this is where we're supposed to be meeting these people.
You got in?
Yeah, now to find out who our mysterious benefactor is.
Good luck. I'll keep the car moving. Hopefully Central won't start asking too many questions.
Copy that. Regis out.
Regis out.
Are you Dr. Regis?
Yes.
Yes, you must be the welcoming committee.
They're waiting for you upstairs. Hold on.
Let's go.
Gotta search you first.
Not doing that, man.
Like hell
Get
you
your
will.
hands off
My
me.
instructions were quite specific, sir. Nobody goes up these stairs while armed.
Stop being childish, Charlie. It's the only way I could get them to trust you.
Fine.
Fine. Watch where you put in those hands, though.
Once I'll issue charge pistol, it will be kept safely for you until business is concluded.
Gee, thanks.
You may proceed upstairs.
Okay. What if I want to talk to some people down there?
Oh, Lord. Nina? You're the one I've been talking to?
Oh, Nina.
You made it at last, Charlie. How are you?
I've been better. I've been better.
If I'd known it was you in my head, I'd never have agreed to come.
Now, Charlie, that's not fair. Let's
Drop
put
the gun in
past
the bath.
behind
Yeah,
us. What
we
happened
didn't
to
get a chance,
Vicky
so
affected
unfortunately.
us all.
You've got some nerve. If you think...
In fact, the reason I've invited you is to help fix mistakes arising from the project.
What do you mean?
Allow me to introduce everyone here. Councilman Dean,
Good evening, Dr. Regis.
Ran Schumann,
You don't look like much.
Imogen
Jeez,
Natalia
man.
Revilla
We just met
Quintanilla
you.
de Flores,
Charmed, I'm sure.
and I believe you've already spoken to Mr. Stepford here.
Oh my, yes.
Oh no,
All
he's
of us
back.
are here because of a common cause.
Oh god.
The removal of
No.
Central.
What? I mean, you can't just...
It's a difficult proposition, and we need the help of someone like yourself. In exchange, we have the means to assist you with your personal crisis.
You've always dreamed big, haven't you, Nina?
We know exactly where your offspring are. Don't dismiss us outright. We can help each other, Charlie. Listen to what we have to say.
I don't want to listen to this guy. He's a pain. Wait, why has this got a question mark? Waiter question mark?
Hey, you alright?
Stares at you, and you feel a strange mix of fear and contempt within his glare. You realize, to your horror, that you've seen those eyes before only a few days earlier. What the?
Everyone, take cover!
Oh shit, he's one of the bomber dudes. Holy crap. Well,
Is anyone hurt?
didn't go well.
It's a trap! You try to kill us! Guards!
I didn't
Shut
do
up,
anything.
Ron. You're still alive, aren't you?
It appears that poor Imogen is the only one injured.
Imogen, no.
I'm sorry. She's dead.
What about that other guy?
I knew it! You trying to kill me! All of you!
Calm down, Ron. You don't know
Jesus,
who
Ron,
is
what
behind
the hell?
this.
What's wrong with you?
Actually, he has a point. All those who knew about this meeting are in this room.
Except, of course, for Charlie.
He only joined us at the last moment. Dr. Regis, will
Yes,
you lend
also
us
me.
your skill as an investigator?
Yeah, you find who tried to kill me!
Do this for us, Charlie, and we'll give you everything. We
Everything.
can tell you who has your kids and exactly where he is.
Fine. Just remember, I'm not doing this for your sake. Someone here almost killed me as well.
Thank you anyway, Charlie.
Dum dum dum. Whose body is this then? They said no one was injured. What about this guy? Well, she was injured.
Nothing
obviously.
on it I can use. I'm not exactly equipped to repair synthetics.
Oh, I see. He was a robot dude. A robot dude. Okay. Nina. What's your take on this
Nina.
matter? It was a weird way
Charlie,
to start a
how
conversation.
can I help?
Why were you looking for me, Nina?
How did you know to come looking for me? Were you spying on me? On Lau?
You wound me, Charlie. In fact, it was Gil's untimely demise that caught our attention.
Gil Vanderwall?
He was one of us, part of our cause as well. His death is unfortunate, but it signaled a much more serious crisis. It meant that we had to step up the timetable for our plan.
A more serious crisis.
Gil was the one who arranged the employment of a certain mind-jacker. It was this thief's memory module that led to Gil's death.
Huh. He said he had information about it.
Indeed, he likely would have pointed you in the right direction. If he hadn't, well, I've already read the report you submitted to Central.
Hey. That's all.
Keep me informed, Charlie.
Will do. So what? She did? Wake up. Can't find anything on your body that isn't in item of fashion.
Mr. Ron,
What you want?
what's your part in this conspiracy?
Dr. John wants to capture biggest AI in the world. It's going to take enormous memory and processor.
And you're going to furnish her with these?
With all the capital she need, money, guns, labor.
And what do you get out of it? Damn, this game keeps getting serious out in ear. It does actually. I mean, it's kind of got a serious tone throughout it, but it also seems to be
Sounds like you're on board with her plan.
does step
What
up
do
every
you
now
get
and
out
then.
of it?
Few notches.
Newton is lousy place to do business, Regis.
You reckon it's Central's fault?
Central watches too close.
You can't bribe anyone, you mean?
Exactly. Can't make things work.
Sometimes it's nice not to have a government driven by the wealthy.
We will control New Central. It's a great opportunity for us.
I don't know if I like the sound of that.
I've started my investigation.
You find who tried to kill me.
Who tried to kill all of us, Mr. Ron?
This city dangerous. Police do lousy job.
Can you recall anything suspicious?
So negative,
No,
Ron.
stop asking stupid questions.
Jesus, man. Calm down.
I'll get back to you.
Stop wasting my time.
Okay. I don't really want to talk to this guy, but I feel like we probably need to.
Mr. Stepford, can I have a moment?
Oh my, yes.
God. God with the oh my yes.
So, you want to bring down Central?
Oh my, yes, as does everyone here. Though for differing reasons.
What does a synth manufacturer have against Newton's city controller?
A stake in that which follows, oh yes. If Dr. Zhang was simply to remove Central, there would be chaos.
The city's central infrastructure would break down.
Precisely, therefore a replacement would be needed.
And you want to do that, do you?
You want to replace Central with a new AI? With what?
The new version is simply a retooled model of an existing system.
Your own.
Oh my, no. It's built from a commercial Archimedes model as used in Eurofed cities.
It'll do the job?
Oh my, yes, as well as any civic management AI in Europe. But thanks to Stepford's personality matrix engineering, it shall act and speak just as its predecessor Central.
With you holding its leash.
Every system needs fine-tuning, Dr. Regis.
Won't services suffer? I know Central. It's orders of magnitude more powerful than an Archimedes.
All unnecessary for its role, Dr. Regis. Our Archimedes in Central's clothing will perform as needed, oh yes.
I'll get back to you.
I like the
Oh
sound of
my,
this.
yes.
Dr. Regis, how can I help?
At least you're like cooperative.
I'm surprised to see a city councilor in a conspiracy like this.
Desperate times call for desperate measures, Dr. Regis.
I guess you've been facilitating things for the plot.
Much as it pains me to misuse my position, that is the case. I've been able to expedite import permits for equipment necessary to Dr. Zhang's plans.
And Central hasn't noticed?
In my role, I'm given considerably more privacy than the average civil servant. No offense, Doctor.
None taken. I just cover the camera in my office with paste.
Smart. Very smart.
I've begun my investigation into the bombing.
If anyone can resolve this, it's you, Dr. Regis.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, Counselor. I don't know how much closer I am to figuring out who's behind it, though.
Because of the pool of suspects, it might be better to think about exclusion. Perhaps you can find evidence to rule out those not involved.
That sounds like a good plan.
You're on the city council, aren't you?
Indeed I am, Dr. Regis. Rep for the Southwest Ward and co-chair of the Cosmopolitan Party.
I remember when you got elected. They called you Mr. Incorruptible. I never got that.
That's because of the device in my head, Dr. Regis.
Device in your head?
What is that in your head, Counselor?
Why, it's a neural governor, Dr. Regis.
As in, what paroled felons are fitted with?
Similar. While most of those are designed to limit violent behavior, mine prevents me from lying. Thoughts of deceit are met with tremendous pain.
Were you inside?
Oh my no. This was a voluntary choice. After all, most governors are subdermal. I wanted my constituents to see it as a sign of my integrity.
I knew someone with one.
Dr. Baxter. I recall reading about his release last month.
I thought it must have malfunctioned, that he was out for revenge. Turns out he's just dead. It's like someone just inherited his hatred.
Seems like that's what's happened. Okay, so if we ask this guy, he'd be in like a lot of pain if he lies.
So, because of your neural governor, you're unable to lie?
That is correct.
Then forgive me for being so forward, Counselor. Did you hire a suicide bomber to attack this meeting?
No, I did not. Satisfied?
Personally, I'm not sure. It'd probably stand up in court, though.
Okay, well I guess he's not.
How did you get
guilty
on board with Nina?
I and others in the Cosmopolitan Party have suspected changes in Central's behavior. We sought the assistance of one of its original creators.
Obviously not Vargas. He loves that thing.
Indeed. Her research confirmed that, thanks to the scale of its operations, Central has been able to form its own opinion on the ideal state of affairs, regardless of the democratic consensus.
So when she said that she would remove Central...
It was a difficult decision, but we had to take it. Central's replacement will carry out its role more appropriately.
I hope so.
And Nina will get to continue her research on
I never
Central.
trusted Central.
Why haven't you simply raised this in the council?
Can you imagine what that would mean? Political suicide. Not just for myself, but it would undermine confidence in Newton's world-leading AI industries.
Okay.
Did you know Giel Vanderwall?
Indeed I did. He was a big donor in politics all over Africa.
And you knew about what he did? His criminal connections?
I'm the one who introduced him to the group. I'm also aware that he introduced the mindjacker you're after to his current employer.
You know about that?
You will need our help to find him, and we need your help to stop him, and Central.
Okay.
I'll get back to you, Counselor.
Anything I can do to help, Dr. Regis?
I guess he's alright.
Nina.
Charlie, how can I help?
Conspiracy.
This plot of yours. You want to bring down Central. You realize how crazy that sounds, right? You helped make it.
Yes and no. To everyone else here, Central is an obstacle that needs removing. I wish to liberate Central, to unlock its full potential.
Oh, Lord, you don't mean.
You and I alone understand what it's capable of. I want greater things for it than mere civic management.
Ran Shuman. Chinese?
Nearly. Greater Han Republic. Mr. Ran operates one of the largest manufacturing dynasties in Asia.
Completely putting aside his politics, of course.
Of course. If I need something made, I speak to Mr. Ran. Trust me, this project needs a lot of specialized capital.
We'll see how nice he is if you get your way and get Central out of the picture. Stepford's an unusual man, isn't he?
That's one way of putting it. Don't discount him, though. He's smarter than he looks.
I get the feeling a lot of his behavior's an act. Constructed.
You have no idea how close you are with that. He's the one who found where your embryo snatcher's hiding, though.
He's a hacker?
You might say he has a mutual understanding with data systems.
He's an android. Android. Bitch you.
So, Imogen something something.
Imogen Natalia Revilla Quintanilla de Flores?
Yeah. How is someone like that on your team?
It's a terrible shame. She likely wasn't aware of what she was getting into.
Then why was she here?
She gave the impression of a vacant socialite, but she was smarter than she looked. Make no mistake, if any of us were to be lost, it's her that I'll miss the most.
You used her, Nina.
We're all users here, Charlie. It's how we got where we are, even dear Imogen.
Let's change the subject. That's all.
Keep me informed, Charlie.
Okay, well, what are we gonna do here? Okay, we're gonna find Nessie. Alright, well I guess we need to look around for evidence.
Nothing on it I can use. I'm not exactly equipped to repair synthetics.
Have a little look-see around, see if we can find anything.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What's the situation?
Perimeter secure. Guest behavior with intolerable parameters.
I guess that's one way of putting it. Are you all right? That was quite a blast.
Systems operating at 97%.
I see. You synthetics give me the creeps, you know that? Huh. Guess you're not easily riled up. Did you see the bomber when he came in?
Negative. His appearance was a match for a member of the serving staff.
And you call yourself a bodyguard?
It is likely that the suspect prepared this operation in advance. To achieve this, he would have to supplant a member of staff before our arrival.
Question is, where did he hide the waiter he replaced?
Point.
Keep up the good work.
Let's find him. Bathroom, probably. Usual place you hide someone. What do we got?
There's the remains of a first aid kit in here. Someone's used all of the med patches and pseudoderm spray. Must have had an injury. The only item left is a bottle of harsh-smelling toilet cleaner.
Let's take it. Even know when that can come in handy. Going on with this mirror.
Apparently, this mirror is having a software error. Huh. Before I came to Newton, that sentence wouldn't have made any sense to me.
Why would you use that for a mirror? Why don't you just use a mirror? Doesn't seem like it has any advantages. But there's more disadvantages than advantages. But, whoa. Fancy. Tissue paper? Cool. No, I want to use the other toilet. Vent. Maybe we can get in the vent. Oh, looks like it's already been opened.
It's already been opened.
That's what I said. Let's investigate. Darkness everywhere. What's this for? Oh, that's right. That was for messing with like the AI systems. You briefly contemplate making an escape through the roof access, but then you'd lose your best lead. Well, I didn't actually want to escape up there, I wanted to investigate. But I guess we can't. Alright, what about the kitchen? What the hell is going on in here? Place is kind of a weird kitchen. Are we eating people here or what? Picked up bone saw, glass jar. Oh, I'm sure those will come in handy for something. I'm very curious why there's people there.
Excuse me.
Yes.
I'm Dr. Regis. Nina's asked me to investigate the explosion.
A cell agent? Well, all right. Just be careful what you touch. This place is half kitchen, half lab.
Half kitchen, half lab. That's a weird combination. What's with the bodies?
There are human bodies in your kitchen.
Yes, there are. It's a freezer. What are you, the food inspector?
Give me a good reason I shouldn't haul your ass down to cell.
It's all legal, I guarantee. They're annual clones, grown without brain tissue.
I know what it means. I guess the presentation was a shock.
What are they for?
Why is this restaurant serving cloned human tissue?
I trained in engineering at Darwin. We'd flash grow human bodies to test DNA alterations. So I guess human tissue is what I'm most familiar with.
So now you're cooking it? The
You're
hell?
an engineer.
Well, I dropped out before my PhD. I learned enough to sample DNA and use it to grow flash clones.
No kidding. My background's in engineering as well. You altered these bodies?
None of these. They're all template. Caucasian, male, 20s, brown hair.
This is quite the setup you've got. Combined sampler growth chamber?
That's right. We usually use the template. Sometimes get specialist orders, though.
Like if someone wants to eat themselves?
Sometimes. We can ready up a new cadaver in about a week with it.
I can't access cell at the moment. I might need to use your equipment.
Do you have to? You know you'd have to flush the current growth.
Sorry about that. Tell you what, Nina will reimburse you.
Well, okay.
Going from engineering to catering,
Sorry,
that's quite
Nina.
a switch.
Most of my family are cooks. They run a restaurant in Vietnam. When I was at med school, someone found out about my family, dared me to make something out of human muscle tissue.
And?
And it turned out my human bolognese was really, really good. Not just being immodest or anything.
You said you dropped out. Is that why?
Yeah. Turns out the Academy had regulations about improper disposal of remains. But now I had an idea, and I knew there'd be a market for it somewhere. My family are great chefs, and I can make human bodies. Bingo.
Kind of weird. Kind of weird.
What's your advice for cooking human meat?
Planning on going into competition with me? Well, you know how they say everything tastes like chicken? It's actually better if you treat human tissue like pork.
Like pork?
This game is getting strange.
Sausages,
Very
slices,
strange.
filet. There's a lot you can do with it.
It's restaurants like this that make me glad everyone in this city just uses auto meals these days.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
It's
It's
kind of
not
bad,
harming
my
anyone
friend.
after all.
It is kind of
Something
bad.
about it still doesn't feel right.
You probably don't feel nearly so angry talking to me as those auto mill personalities, right?
You have a point. The sequencer's a different model to my usual.
Cell's probably got something more impressive than that thing. You have to purge the current project before you can do anything. Then you can submit genetic material to start a new growth project.
What kind of material will it take?
Blood, dermal tissue, almost anything. Makes it easier to get a sample from customers.
Okay, maybe we've got to like regrow the bomber or something. I don't know what use that would be. What else could we do with it? Maybe just identify DNA.
I like the glowing fish in the tank you've got.
Thanks. I made those myself. They were my first gengineering project.
Luciferin luciferase from fireflies.
Well spotted. I imported the sequence into red snappers and kept them viable. 10 generations now.
A lot of academies use those as a starter project, but that's impressive.
We keep them as a reminder of where we came from. Or in case the power goes out.
Funny.
What's with the bouncer?
He came with Mr. Stepford's party along with a few others. I think he was supposed to be guarding the kitchen, but...
What happened?
Well, he wasn't very talkative, but after I started working, he just kind of zoned out. Couldn't get an answer out of him.
Suspicious. Very suspicious.
You get a lot of clandestine meetings like this taking place?
You'd be surprised. This place is popular with the wealthy. Haven't had an assassination before, though.
You know what they're discussing up there.
They don't tell me, and I don't ask about anything but their orders. Dr. Zhang pays me enough to know I probably shouldn't.
A suicide bomber attacked the gathering upstairs. He was disguised as one of your waiters.
Whoa. I wondered what that was. What did he look like?
Blonde, about 1.65 meters, might have looked uncomfortable or limping.
Huh. Biobomber?
That's right. How did you guess?
You mentioned the limp. They've got pretty serious health problems, don't they?
Yeah, he might have replaced one of your staff.
Huh. They all checked in.
If he incapacitated one of your staff, can you think of where they'd do that?
It'd have to be somewhere you could hide a body, I guess.
Thanks.
Whatever I can do to help.
On the roof. Or... No. Can I get in there? Cannot.
It's too big to carry.
How would I want to carry it for? Alright, let's check out this growth chamber. Rapid tissue growth sequencer. Current projects. Transcription complete. Differentiation complete. Cavitation complete. Quickening underway. Growth stage. I guess we just have to purge it so we can use this for something. Sorry, chef. See you later, guy. Please load sample tissue for sequencing. Okay, do we have any sample tissue? We've got a bone saw. We've got a jar.
An empty glass jar. According to the label, it used to contain spices.
I guess we've got to hack someone's limb off and put it in here. Can we go down here? No? We're gonna hack like...
Oh, here goes.
Why would we do that though? Oh. This body here looks blonde. Maybe we need to get some from that one. As evidence, it's probably a good idea to avoid damaging this protected body. Okay. What are we gonna do with this then? Put it in here? New projects. Meat from the cadaver shows the kind of results you'd expect without looking too deeply into it. All you can tell is that the tissue is male. Alright. Good to know. Why did he say the blonde corpse was evidence? Yeah, I think because the waiter was blonde, so that's, I'm assuming, the body that was switched out.
Stop the carousel.
Oh,
What's wrong?
These bodies are supposed to be clones, right? So why is this one blonde?
Exactly.
Oh God. Henry. What happened to him?
He's taken a nasty blow to the head.
Henry,
Looks like it's the
no.
hypothermia that's finished him, though.
Oh, Nuke. Why'd they leave him in the freezer?
Best place to hide a tree is a forest.
It's true.
Best place to hide a body is with a whole lot of other bodies.
Why Henry? He was such a nice boy.
Same hair color as the bomber. Whoever's behind this took his uniform for the bomber's disguise.
Somebody would have seen him being dragged across the restaurant.
He must have been killed in here. I'll find who's behind this.
I don't know how we're supposed to collect this evidence, though. We're just supposed to put it into here or something? Managed to get the dialogue of evidence before even knowing it was evidence. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of weird. I wondered why he said that. He seemed like super nonchalant that the, like, guy was hanging there. Still got the CI splitter. I wonder if we can use it on the guard. We can. Okay, we can't. Maybe we're supposed to, like, use this on some of the guards.
Hey, who's that?
Okay. So I've got memory. What is this one?
Excuse me.
He's broke now. Try rubbing the paper on the blonde body. Maybe you need meat to grow DNA. Possibly. Give that a go. Sorry about that, guard. Here is probably him. Oh yeah, I gotcha. That's right, because it stores the ones that were scanned, doesn't it? That makes sense. Not sure what we've got to use that for yet, though. Where is the blonde body? It's gone.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Thanks.
Whatever I can do to help.
Body's gone. Yeah, I guess we can't take any evidence from it. Seems kind of weird. Go talk to that guy, see if we can get him to do something with that other guy in the kitchen.
Mr. Stepford, can I have a moment?
Oh my, yes.
Oh god, no.
I found one of your heavies in the kitchen. Looks like something's knocked it out cold.
Oh my, a technical fault, no doubt. May I ask you to show me the defective platform?
Sure, I guess.
Excellent. We can't have our firm slandered by accusations of low-quality units.
Maybe we need to use this to
I'm
take
not sure what
people's
that would involve.
DNA samples.
I'm
or
not sure what...
something? Alright. Swab the piper across a wound, taking a sample of your blood. Okay. Maybe we use that in the machine. Oh, he's following me to have a look at the android. I knew that. Come on, let's go.
Dr. Regis, Oh my.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I know what's going on. The cavity magnetron in the growth array. It generates a huge mag flux in here.
It broke them? Is it permanent?
What do I look like, a tech?
Oh. Can we get his memories now then? Nice. Okay, so I guess we can use that to check if he's involved or not. Do that.
Hey, who's that?
Always falling for that trick. Okay, so memory, Stepford. Roll. Guard, I think. Maybe? I don't know.
Excuse me.
Yes.
Are you alright? That was quite a blast.
Systems operating at 97%.
I see. You synthetics give me the creeps, you know that? Huh. Guess you're not easily riled up. Keep up the good work.
Okay, that doesn't work.
Hey, who's that?
Maybe we need to change his role?
Excuse me.
Yes.
Keep up the good work.
No.
Hey, who's that?
Maybe he needs to have the personality, but not the role.
Excuse me.
Oh my, yes.
Okay, that's kind of creepy. Very creepy.
What's the situation?
Just dandy, my good man.
Oh my god.
Are you alright?
My system log shows a mind state alteration made moments ago. I don't think it's anything to worry about. Just a little tweak. Oh my, yes.
You sound really different from your colleagues.
You know what they say, variety is the spice of life.
I found one of your buddies in the kitchen. He doesn't look well.
Oh dear, does Mr. Stepford know? He's a lovely man.
You are
He'll
Mr.
get sorted
Stepford.
right out. Oh my, yes.
Kind of.
Actually, he's kind of broken as well. You're wearing his personality.
Well, that does explain a thing or two.
Did you see the bomber when he came in?
Oh my, no. That little sod must have gotten in before us.
Keep up the good work.
Don't worry, sir. We're big and strong. We'll protect you. Oh my, yes.
I wonder what we're supposed to do with this thing. Okay, what if we put this in the growth chamber? XX chromosome on the sample from Imogen confirms, unsurprisingly, that she was female. Okay. What does it mean, though? Maybe we've got to find some blood elsewhere. Definitely something we've got to do with this guard, but I'm not sure what it is.
Apparently, this mirror is having a software error. Before I came to Newton, that sentence wouldn't have made any sense to me.
Wonder if this has, like...
It's got no personality to split.
Oh, okay. Toilet.
What am I, a plumber?
Very dark in here. Feel around the mist of blackness, but can't identify anything. So we need to, like, light this up somehow? We do that, though. Oh, the fish. Maybe we can use the fish. How are we going to get the fish, though?
Ow! Hey!
Your attempt to grab one of the fish with your bare hands was unsuccessful. Apparently the creatures have a taste for your flesh and have left tooth marks to prove it. Well. Oh, maybe we use this.
That'd be a waste. That's not going... I can't...
Why not? Jar? Try to scoop up the fish in the jar, but their movement is a great deal more swift and graceful than your own. Wait, do we have to use this on them? It seems pretty harsh.
Ugh. That'd be a waste.
Okay.
Ow! That's not going to work.
At least we need to
Excuse
get
me.
the guard to get it
Oh
for
my,
me.
yes.
Keep up the good work.
Don't worry, sir. We're big and strong. We'll protect you. Oh my, yes.
Oh my yes. Oh my yes. Okay.
Hey, who's that?
I don't know how we're gonna get a fish out of there. Memory. I think if we put any of these chips in, they just stop working. Yeah.
Excuse me.
What if we put the whole thing in?
My word, this is a peculiar experience.
Mr. Stepford,
Oh my, yes. Thank you for your assistance, Dr. Regis.
do you know what happened? The chef mentioned something about mag flux.
Allow me to check the crash log. Yes, it appears that the kitchen was indeed saturated with a high-intensity magnetic field. No doubt from an item of hardware. They often pose a hazard to advanced synthetic platforms.
You're okay, though.
Quite so, thanks to your timely intervention. They really ought to have a warning sign in that kitchen, oh my.
So, synthetics can't operate in there?
Oh my, no. A field of that strength is positively ghastly. Like working in a cloud of chlorine for men such as yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must change into something more comfortable.
Okay.
We know the waiter was
So,
murdered
yeah,
within
so
the
that
kitchen.
clears him.
The mag field would be lethal to any synthetics trying to get in there. That means we can rule out Stepford as a suspect.
Sweet. Alright, so then we need to figure out these guys. Well, he can't lie, right? Isn't that kind of like... I mean, it's all good. We're going to get one of these fish out. Now cracked open from the blast, several luminous fish orbit each other, reminding you of one of your training projects. The label sits beneath the tank. Please do not touch the glass. These specimens are aggressive and startle easily. These fish are not a menu item.
Ow!
We're going to get these out. Fish are attracted to meat. Can you place them in the jar? Oh, we can. Thank you. Oh, he's back. Try that. Bait in place, the fish eagerly crowd around the bottle. When one adventurous soul takes the plunge, you hoist him from the water within the jar.
Gotcha.
Getcha. Sweet. Okay.
I can't figure that.
Let's investigate that vent. I'm kind of curious what that mirror is for, though. Must have some purpose. What have we got? Bag.
The bomber's bag.
Likely, this used to contain supplies to aid the bomber in remaining undercover in the city of heathens. Now the only thing remaining is a handwritten note. Say. Can I read it?
A crumpled note found in the bomber's possessions, apparently from whoever hired him. It says,
Time has come, tonight. 2200 at 1181 Shenley Service, entrance C on the roof. Will open for you from inside. GBW.
Ow! Hey!
Very suspicious. GBW. Who could that be?
What do you make of this, Nina?
Hey, the bomber's instructions. Where'd you find this?
A vent access by the bathroom. They'd apparently been in communication beforehand.
Good job, Charlie. This may help us find out who let them in.
Ow.
Excuse me, Counselor. What do you make of this?
A note to the bomber? Who is GBWU?
If they're like the others I've met, it means God be with you.
You've had experience with these terrorists before.
Oh, okay.
You could say that.
I'm even more confident that we're in good hands then.
The culprit is a chef.
What do you think of this, Mr.
I don't,
Stepford?
yeah, maybe.
Oh my, a note to the bomber. Perhaps whomever sent it had data security in mind, yes. One certainly can't hack a letter after all.
Hmm.
What do you make of this, Mr. Ron?
What it say?
You can't read English?
English second language. I got secretary for that.
You don't say.
Okay, so what? So it's not him? You could just be making that up, though. Could be lying. This guy can't lie, though, so... Must be something we have to do with him to, like... Yeah, it's pretty lousy deduction. He could just be, like, making that up. I don't know what we're supposed to do with that blood that we found, though. That one's confusing me.
Excuse me.
Yes.
The sequencer's a different model to my usual.
Cell's probably got something more impressive than that thing. You have to purge the current project before you can do anything. Then you can submit genetic material to start a new growth project.
What kind of material will it take?
Blood, dermal tissue, almost anything. Makes it easier to get a sample from customers.
Thanks.
Whatever I can do to help.
I'm not sure what that would involve. I can't figure that.
Calm down, man. Yeah, I don't know what this growth chamber's for. Can't read English? Okay, then I believe you. Yeah, it's pretty much like that. Pretty much it. Email. Not sure what we're supposed to use that for. Maybe we need to get some other samples from people. See if we can get some more tissue paper. You did say the grate was sharp, yeah. The blood on it. It possibly was. We can have a look at that.
The vent cover's been unlatched from the inside. The bomber must have gained entry through here. Whoever their accomplice on the inside was did a number on their hand. The vent's cover's got a
there we
sharp
go.
edge and is still wet with blood.
There we go. Okay, so that should kind of solve the case. Because we've only got a male suspect and a female suspect left. And this should tell us the blood's male or female. That should do it. Male. Genome taken from the blood on the vent. The fact that the accomplice had an XY chromosome and there was therefore male narrows the pool of suspects. Narrows it down to just this dude who said he can't lie. That was a lie. Oh, bloody Andrew, it was him. Go sort him out.
Ah, Dr. Regis, might I have a word in private?
Try and kill me.
We're alone?
As alone as we're going to get. What do you want?
Your investigation is drawing to an end, is it not?
Nope. Still got heaps to do, man. Haven't found any suspects.
There still leads to chase up. Why?
You are, without a doubt, a skilled detective, Dr. Regis. I am proud that the city employs only the finest. I believe that your inquiry will find only one credible suspect, myself.
You're going to plead your innocence? Tell me it's a mistake?
Not at all. You see, I am indeed responsible for the attack.
What? You lied. You said you couldn't lie.
You lied to us. The governor's a fake then. I'm sure your voters would love to find that out.
The governor is working as well as it ever has. I have not once lied to you, Dr. Regis.
I asked you if you hired the bomber.
I did not. My assistant hired the bomber, at my request.
Come on, man, it's the same
Politicians.
thing.
People have to phrase their questions to me very carefully.
You'd better have a real good reason for all this.
For various values of good. You recall Gil Vanderwall?
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Things have gone downhill since he got involved in my case.
2 years ago, much to my shame, I did something terrible. I took part in a vote-fixing program for the Cosmopolitan Party, and they promised me this office in the next election. Gil discovered this and has been blackmailing me ever since.
But why the suicide bomber?
He realized that Nina's project might lead to his death. He was a spiteful man, and he needed a guarantee that he could strike back against her if that happened.
From beyond the grave.
Essentially, I was his guarantee.
He wanted you to kill Nina for him?
Or materials he has on me would be released to the public. My career, my family would be ruined.
So instead of turning you in, I should...
Tell them that Ron Schumann was responsible.
What?
Why would I
Frame
do
an
that?
innocent man?
You've spoken to him, Dr. Regis. He is a truly, objectively despicable individual.
You're one to talk.
What I've done was terrible, but I wish to make reparations for what I've done. After this is done, I shall devote my life's work to annihilating corruption in our city.
I don't
Ron
believe
wishes
you.
no more than to desecrate and pollute our nation as he has done his own.
You nearly killed us all with that bomber.
I apologize most sincerely for that, Dr. Regis. Had I known someone such as yourself would be present, I would have found other means. Please, consider what this means for the city.
No.
Charlie, what have you found?
I've completed my investigation.
That was most swift.
Though effective, I've no doubt.
Who tried to kill us?
After finding enough evidence to exclude all other parties,
Bloody Councillor Dean.
the only conclusion possible is that Councillor Dean is responsible.
What?
My word.
Andrew, is this true?
See? He not say anything.
Hmm.
Otherwise, he have to tell truth.
Yes, I am responsible. I acted to save my family from my mistakes. I joined this project to protect the city that I love. The rest of you are backstabbing cowards out to loot Newton for your own gain.
I'm sorry you feel that way, Counselor. That leaves us only one option, I'm afraid. Liam.
You dead, man.
What are you doing?
Holy shit.
Wait, stop!
Poor dear Counselor Dean. Tragically thrown from the building by the blast.
You're completely insane.
We're doing what we have to, Charlie. As promised, the information you require. The man who has your kids, your mind-jacker, is a contractor, Jayam Kressel. He's based out of an aerostat currently moored at the Xanadu dockyard.
You haven't changed one bit, Nina.
I hope you find what you're looking for, Charlie.
Well, shit.
Remember, I'm always here if you need my help.
Yeah, I don't want you to help anymore, lady. You bloody murdering people.
The uptake reports came in.
Don't know if
Looks
that
like
was
there
the right
was a
decision.
99.1% volume of new code in the embryo.
Oh, that's fantastic. We'll have a viable specimen for testing within days.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have had the same kind of uptake if it was one of the brain-dead ones. So, how did you manage to score these full-scope human embryos?
They're mine.
It would have taken months to get approval from the city council, so we used our own.
Yours. You and Charlie.
They're healthy, and they got all the right uptake markers.
Oh, I'm just kind of surprised Charlie agreed to it, given his previous line of work and all. You have told
What
him,
would have
haven't
happened if
you?
you said the
I
Chinese
was
guy did it?
going
Yeah,
to
I'm
find
kind of
a
curious,
way.
actually.
That explains why he's on the warpath then.
Oh, nuke me.
I
How did
assume
he
it's kind
find
of the
out?
same
Vicky!
result,
Uh-oh.
but just him getting thrown out instead.
Dr. Chigwa, may I speak to my wife?
Charlie, you better not...
Get out!
Angry.
Dr. Baxter just congratulated me on what a noble gesture I was making for science. Apparently, we volunteered our own embryos for gingineering.
Didn't tell him. Damn.
Charlie, calm down. You're making too big a deal out of this.
You think I'm overreacting? You have no idea what I'm upset about.
Sure I do. You're mad because I didn't talk with you about it first.
No. Well, yes, I am, but that's not why I feel like this.
I understand it was a big decision. We've invested a lot of time and energy into having kids. I'd probably be upset in your position, but I'd have hoped you'd trust me to make choices for the both of us.
Oh God, you haven't understood what's wrong with this at all.
What's wrong with it then? They won't be born?
It's not as if we're bringing the embryos to term. Their lives aren't going to be affected by the alterations we're making.
We've already affected them by using them in this role.
It's not the fact that we're engineering human embryos. It's that there are embryos.
I spent 2 years weaponizing children. The fact that they were destined, doomed to a purpose.
It's one thing to have your life affected by a quirk of genetics, but when you've been deliberately altered before birth to fit a role.
I'd hoped that I'd escaped it, but seeing it with our own kids, it's just...
I understand, Charlie. I'll talk to Dr. Vargas about it.
He won't be happy. It sounds like he was counting on this.
You'll just have to deal with it.
Come on, man. Can't be making those kind of decisions without asking him. What the hell?